What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Nova Drift.
Yay.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank Nadawa, Erdy, Tiny Edge, Whiplash, Skeeve, Calzector, Koitopia, Chaos, Endel, Dark Magister, and Chat to get the 5 for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of our Patreon, go to patreon.com. Still see the link in the description.
Woo!
And today, we are going to try to expand upon last week's build, where I was doing some Outrage module shenanigans. And I'm going to do it better because I'm going to choose the weapon that's actually good for it. I was doing Singular Strike Flak because I think it's neat, but if we're going to do it good, we'll do it with the railgun. And then we'll make a couple other changes that I will explain as I do them. What shield do I want to shield? Let's see, we did Orbital last time, but we can mix it up here. I want something with like a little bit of heft to it. Siphon's fine. Reflect's fine.
Temporal's fun.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a smaller shield. I think I want the shield with a bit more.
Reflect. Well, reflect is the heftiest.
Yes.
Not counting Bastion, but Bastion's terrible.
Correct.
There, I said it.
Okay.
Siphon. Yeah, reflect and siphon are probably your best two bets. And reflect doesn't get enough love.
Alright. We're gonna go with Firefly this time. Last time I did Assault, but apparently I found out that when it comes to triggering Outrage module, damage reduction is not a part of the equation. So you can, like, it happens like after, like, the calculations or whatever. So you can get a ton of damage reduction and only take, like, say, 5% damage instead of 15, and it will still go off if you have enough damage reduction.
That's pretty cool. Also boost.
Also boost. Also just can't hit anything for the life of me.
I was about to say, you looking for Ataraxia just cause, or you just hadn't?
No, I'm just going.
Okay.
So I'm debating on what I want. Like, a lot of double taps are like a good way of going. Volley is good early on. I don't necessarily need that though.
It's true. Especially if you've got Firefly, that helps with a lot of the AoE stuff. Magnitude is always just solid.
I want them both. I'm just deciding, like, because volley is just good for the early game. I'm gonna get the volley specifically for the early game, I think.
Okay, velocity is like fantastic for.
Then I'm gonna get some targeting because that makes me hit more shots, and it also means that I can get the extra shots later, and those will be fun. Alright. Not get hit by that. Will you please die? Thank you. Alright. There we go. Keep showing me pulse munitions. I need Outrage module for my particular goals and needs today. I also still want to do the whole Omni Shield, Gemini Protocol, Discharge, Infuse shenanigans, because that, you know, causes me the self damage that I need to trigger stuff. So I don't need anything here, so let's just go. There's Phantom Strike. I don't need Phantom Strike. There's Magnitude. There's Homing Strike. All of these are good. I'll get Magnitude first, I think, because I think this will... Oh, got him. This will probably be a charge shot affair. go. I'm probably going to be taking a double tap or two, so I'll just take one now so I can save the reroll. Perfect, there we go. Alrighty. We will need efficiency to get to Gemini Protocol. We will need shield cooldown to get to discharge. And we will need hull strength to live. Well,
Yeah.
we don't need hull strength because we're gonna have such a little hull.
True.
And it's like there's some benefits, but maybe not as much as there would be normally. Let's get the shield cooldown stuff first, I think. Okay. Just bash our face into our enemies. Big old supply train here. Let's just gather all that for a bunch of quick levels. Stockpiled 3, just, you know, casually. I think I'd rather have volatile shields because we're going to be omni-shielding. We can grab the adaptive armor because course shielding is a thing. We'll grab homing strike now. And then, I mean, calibrate's just pretty darn good if we're doing charge shot things. Like, it won't affect the extra shots as much, I don't think, but it'll certainly help us early game. I did just start leaning on the fire button because I, for some reason in my brain, I'd already gotten charge shot in my mind.
Yes.
But that has not actually happened yet. I didn't even
Correct.
fail it.
You're not quite there just yet.
I'm jumping the gun. I'm ready to go, man. I just give me the build. Let me do it. Okay. Still looking for that outrage module. Oh,
That outrage mahjong.
Oh. I don't... Has anyone truly been outraged while playing Mahjong? I'm sure people have.
you don't know.
I'm not a Mahjonger, but I always saw it as like a really casual game.
So here's the thing, right? Mahjong is a casual game, except for the people that are really into Mahjong.
Well,
Think.
I guess that goes for anything.
True, but like the example that I like to compare it to, especially here in the States, is think about bingo. Right?
B-I-N-G-O.
Bingo is just this whatever little, I mean, they pull the balls, you see if you've got it. But if you go to a bingo hall with like the ladies who bingo, they get serious. They will tackle you if they think that you're lying about a bingo.
Well, the difference between that is that in those situations, money's on the line, usually. And I'm sure there's Mahjong tournaments where money's on the line. But in bingo halls, they ain't... I mean, I'm sure some of them will be like, I'm playing to play, but there's stakes on the line.
Stakes.
Raise the stakes.
Oh.
But yeah, anytime you introduce stakes.
I'm not the step cow, I'm the cow that stepped up.
Dang.
What? I don't know. Sure, I suppose that's true. But regardless of whether or not there's stakes. It seems, at least in my experience, that's the same mentality. You don't mess with the mahjong ladies. They get serious.
As someone who's never learned mahjong, when I see people playing mahjong, it feels like a game. It feels like a game of Calvin Ball. Like they're just making it up as they go along.
I have tried to learn mahjong, and I feel like I'm close on the rules of mahjong. But every time that I think I know what I'm doing, then there's an extra rule that I've forgotten about, and I'm like, I don't.
It's like they'll put together like a bunch of completely like unrelated tiles, and they'll be like 7 tigers atrophy. Oh, that's worth 86,000 points, and I'm just like, you made that up. That's not a thing.
It does seem like that sometimes. Yes.
I will need this to get shield regen, so we'll go for that.
And then the game is perfectly normal with like your regular suits and numbers, except there's also wind directions and seasons.
Yeah, like you made that up. That's not a real thing. You're just saying
like,
words because you know I don't play the game. I understand.
It's like what do you mean I can go through 1 from 9 in 4 suits, but then there's also 4 dragons, 4 elements. What are the white tiles? They're just blank tiles. We just threw those in there. We forgot to put something on them, but no, that's totally a rule now. What do? They're blank tiles. What do you mean? they're just the blank tiles.
Getting this early is scary, but I'm doing it.
They put mahjong in Final Fantasy 14, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to learn it. And I'm like, what is happening?
Nothing makes sense.
People are suddenly playing out of turn. Why?
Look.
I thought I understood this. I'll have to ask Bun. I think Bun knows how.
Look, I think I understand it perfectly. The rules are whatever you say they are, as long as you say them confidently enough.
I mean...
And then you make fun of them if they don't immediately go with it. Be like, you didn't know that rule? Pff.
Very, very Calvin Ball. You're not wrong.
This is my headcanon. This is how I choose mahjong to be.
It's
like I could be taking these things, but I want to try to get the things that I need. Oh, I could forsake Blink again. I could do it.
Oh, yeah, but you'll be saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my Blink.
Why have you forsaken me, Blink?
That way I can also get Warp Strike, and when I'm doing this, Warp Strike is probably what I want anyway.
Yeah, it's very true.
But I'd like to set up the core bits and bobs of this build without it fighting me tooth and nail the whole time. But that's not the life I live. And got him.
That's the saddest regression.
I mean, and it's also sitting next to a Winnow, where I can just be like, or.
I mean, you're not wrong. And I mean, realistically, I mean, it'd be sad to lose Mastery, but Mastery is one of those.
Look.
It's a little bit of everything, but it's nothing super special.
It'll get a lot of stuff out of the pool that I don't need. It'll give me more rerolls, and I gotta try to get this building. Gotta get the building.
Who's the architect?
That one guy in the Matrix in the room with all the TV screens.
Oh, the room where it happened?
Presumably? Maybe. Possibly. Probably? Alright. I guess the game wants me to have blank. And it doesn't want me to have Omni Shield. Also, I need to get Skirmish because I need to get Essence Sap as well.
Oof. I've never been a fan of Essence Sap with Railgun, personally.
Oh, well, it worked really well for what we were doing last time. Because last time I added Essence Sap as like the last minute tech and it worked well.
I'm always confused with like Essence Sap and the regeneration talents, because the whole point of Essence Sap was it turned off your regen, but instead you regen on
It turns off
damage.
my whole regen, and instead you do damage. But it has nothing to do with shield regen. So if I'm going Omni Shield, where just I'm more concerned about my shield regen, having regen normally that way, then Essence Sap will take care of my hull. Since I'm going to have Gemini Protocol, any damage that I take gets done to my hull as well as my shield. My hull will always be at like nothing, so then the damage that I do will heal my hull, and then my shield's fine the whole time. The whole time. I'd prefer barrier, but I'll take a reflexive shield because it gets me there.
Oh, the Dweller.
I also need to finish getting my discharge and my infuse. This build's just got a lot going on, and as someone who's got a terrible memory, that's the hardest part for me, is just being like, what do I still need to do? Where am I? What day is it?
Well, it's the 4th of July.
As we record this, it is indeed July the 4th. If you're in America, that is Independence Day. If you're elsewhere, it's Thursday.
Something, something, M. Bison.
Yes, for me, it was Thursday.
It's like, I think for him it was Tuesday, but the same idea.
Yes. For him, all Thursdays were Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Like it was Raul Julia. He can make whatever day he wanted.
Heck yeah.
Oh, we're getting there. Oh, we're partway there. Whoa. Doing things and stuff.
What?
Yeah. There it goes. Alright. Look. Krabby Patty's gone. You guys should also go. Go away.
Dang.
I felt like I said that relatively politely. I didn't say go die. I meant go die, but I didn't say it.
You meant it. You're basically like, look, your mother's dead. You should just not exist anymore. It's what you said.
But I said it politely, so it's fine. Hey, look, Outrage module. We got there. Then that's the only real, all necessary pick. Because otherwise, this run is nothing. That's why we're doing it. Okay. Blink.
Let's get it online.
Hey, Blinkin'. No, right. Oh, no, got him.
Sad.
Alright. We got another level here. Oh, and a boost.
Boost.
I need the skirmish,
Bub
but...
bub bub
Whoops.
boost.
Boost, boost. Sounds like I'm trying to go for a babushka.
Oh.
And then someone immediately dies.
You said the word.
Alrighty. Didn't really get him. Comets are slacking today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you. Then when I get my Omni Shield, that'll be lovely. And then I'll just need the regen stuff, and I'll be golden. Well, I need the infused discharge stuff to set everything off.
Well, yeah. That
You know, that whole chestnut.
Yeah. It's that phrase has got new ire in my household lately. I was recently in a...
Wherefore art thou chestnut?
No, it was in one of the daily connections things.
Ah.
Also, why must you wound me so?
Well, you just like words that cause you pain, so that's usually the one that I say unironically that causes you the most distress. Alright, with this level, Omni Shield is here.
There's no need to feel her.
The filier?
Look, I had a minor stroke, I'm sorry. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. I've already forgotten where I was going with that. I don't...
Chestnuts and connections.
There was something else you had said that made me think of that one, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, but in the daily connections, one of the connections was words for old phrases, like that old chestnut.
Yeah.
And people were mad in the house because they were just like, no. The connection was a stretch because it was like, what were the 4 words? It was like chestnut, saw.
Other words.
This is only like a day or two. So get the history and see if I can. But yeah, my whole family was just like, no. This was a bad set, connections. Select archive date. I'm gonna guess it was the 2nd. It wasn't the 2nd. It was the 1st. It wasn't the 1st.
So do you prefer new chestnuts when you like roast them upon an open fire?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the set was Chestnut, Maxim, Adage, and Saw.
Seems pretty cut and dry to me.
And they just called it Old Saying. And I'm like, I've heard that old chestnut, but that's not quite the same. And maxim and adage aren't old sayings. People still use maxim, like today, to this day.
Referring to a magazine.
No. Well, that was one of the traps on that day's one, because it was like maxim, ebony.
Honestly, I don't think I've heard of anyone say maxim like.
It's like a mantra.
I mean, sure. It's not a thing I hear people say.
I mean, I don't think it's like necessarily super common, but I think it's more common than chestnut.
I've heard people say that old chestnut more than that maxim. Could just be me. I could be the weird one. I often am.
And I mean, regardless of all of those, what the heck's a saw in that context? That one's one that none of us had really heard.
I done saw it that one time.
Connections has been hit or miss lately. We had one the other day that all of us in the house, all like 4 of us that have been doing connections, were like, our first guess was one word from each of the 4 different categories, and we were all like, "But that's a set! It's clearly a set! How dare you?"
Got him.
One it was now, but it was something like the words were north, south, east, and west. And they were like, "No, that's not a set." And then it's like, "What do you mean?"
Obviously, it's not a set.
It wasn't quite that bad, but it felt that egregious. Apologies to all the people who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
It's just a puzzle matching game where they give you a bunch of
it's like one of those
words.
daily Wordle type things. You just gotta find what the connecting thread is between groups of words.
Okay, so I would like to find skirmish. Incandescence isn't bad, especially if I go like incendiary shot, but I really want to get the skirmish online, so let's really dig to get that going.
Oh, here it was. It was a couple days before that one. The 4 words that we all immediately saw were sat, sun, wed, and two. T-U-E. And we were like, well, clearly that's shorthand for days of the week. And they were like, nah, that's 4 different sets. I was like, that's egregiously rude.
What were the 4 again?
Sat, sun, wed, and two.
Ah.
T-U-E. Specifically.
Well, see, that's the trap. You fell for it.
But it's rude.
Oh, grab ourselves a terminate. If I can get one more level before Big Snakeman, that would be ideal.
Would it be?
Yeah, 'cause if I can get Essence Sap online, then theoretically I got everything I need to do all the things. Oh, wasn't quite enough. I might get it mid-fight. He summons some friends. Oh, I got the level.
Yeah, there's your level.
There's the Bravidus, but I think I'd rather try to get this online now, if only because I'm fighting a very big angry.
He is very big and angry.
Ow.
Bonk.
Oh boy.
You're fine. Just gotta, you know, carefully dodge the grenades.
Okay. Now he's in a zip zap form, and I don't like the zip zap form because he zips my zaps. Don't zip my zaps. Man, I'm doing like no damage to him.
You've got him almost a half.
Yeah, and he's already cycled through all of his phases.
It's not the fastest kill on this guy we've ever seen.
Ow, ow, ow. Alright, shield's back.
I mean, technically the shield never left. But I know what you mean.
The fullness of the shield came back.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't like that phase very much.
To be fair, he doesn't really like you either.
You don't say.
I do say.
Hadn't noticed.
It's impressive, honestly.
What can I say? I aim to please.
He's so...
We did it!
He's so cool.
Ugh. Just took me 12 years, but I got him.
Getting him dead is the important bit. And then a charge and a hyper boost and possibly something else.
Blitz is good. Adrenal module is really good. Alrighty. Yeah, but I do think I want to get some purification and some like incendiary rounds just for even more health recovery shenanigans so that I can outrage my modules so often or more often.
Makes sense.
So that'll be the next thing that I go for. Need that XP from you. Thank you very much. Well, there's the incendiary. I'll grab that now. All right. So where's this build take me today, Nostradamus? Oh yeah? You don't say? Feeling incredibly decisive today.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're gonna get to like you're gonna get a cursed 275.
Not a cursed 138.
No, not a cursed 138. You're gonna get, because here's what's gonna happen, right? You're gonna get your 240, and you're gonna struggle through, but you're gonna beat the snake.
Okay.
But then you're gonna, you know what? I said cursed 275, but I think it'll be a cursed 250.
Okay.
While you're still recovering from the 240 snake, because that's just how hard and fast the next 5 waves or next 10 waves are gonna come.
Provider gives me more self-damage resistance.
That is true. And you burns burger. You burns burger.
My burns burger.
Burns burger.
Don't burn my burger.
Speaking of burning burgers, my grandmother is trying out a recipe today that I'm
Where she burns a
not
burger?
sure. Well, no, she's making hamburgers, but the ham is in quotation marks, which is weird because it's ham.
So they are ham burgers.
Right, they're ham burgers.
Ah.
She's grinding up ham and making essentially they're ground pork burgers. But she's grinding up ham to make burgers, and then she's putting like a slice of pineapple and some teriyaki sauce on it. Which all sounds like it could be real good, but it's just
But it could be real good.
It could be real good, it could be real bad. But just the way that it was ham in quotation marks was just like,
If anything, regular hamburgers should have the ham in quotation marks.
I know! That's why I was just like, it's both right and wrong. I don't know, man.
We live in an unjust society where the hams have to quotation mark their own ham.
I just hate that we live in a society.
Yeah. I get it. Right. No, you're not allowed to have a shield. Okay. We're working. All right. Give me that level. Thank you. Let me fire that off while I can. Let us search for... Yeah, we'll grab the corrosion.
Corrosion's good.
And then that leads us to other things. Go. And the purification will lower... Oh.
Jeez.
The purification will lower our weapon damage a little bit, but It'll improve our burn damage, of which we're now doing a significant amount, and we'll heal based on burn a little bit, so that will help our hull recovery and our shield recovery for what it's worth. But I feel like that's going to be slightly less impactful.
I'm gonna charge a reroll.
Got him. What do you think our 200 is going to be? A rocket ship.
Yeah. Scion.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, how many? You know what? Based on this, it's Seraph Scion. Seraph is just like, I'm here today. Every few waves, I'm coming back.
All the other bosses called in sick. He's just like, well, I'm here.
I'll pick up the slack.
Making that OT.
Oh, heck yeah, OT.
OT is nice as long as it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
There's the purification, but that ricochet. That ricochet. Ew. But the hull recovered for ignited enemies. 0.4 hull doesn't sound like a lot, but when my hull is like 3, percentage-wise, it's actually significant. Okay. Drop shield, drop shield, drop shield, drop shield. Thank you. Okay. So I think we now have everything that we need on this build for it to be a build. So now the question is, what do I get now? What do you feel like should be on the docket?
A great question.
A great question should be on the docket.
Yep.
The answer is 7. Now come
7.
up with a Quake question that that makes the answer 7, and we'll be perfect.
What is 4 plus 3?
That is a great question. Answer 7.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're almost at our 200 here. Let's see. I'll get another double tap.
Double taps are nice. Scion Juggernaut. Okay. Seraph decided to take a break.
No, he was putting in all of his hours early, so he wouldn't have to come to the wave 200.
Oh, is that how it goes?
And then this guy just shows up.
I had 201 Dreadnought. Like, what the heck?
Did I miss anything, guys? What's going on, guys?
I'm not gonna lie, I looked away for a half second, thought that you had killed him, and that was a new one spawning.
Nah, he just He cruises. Alright. Oh, I just let him explode. The disrespect. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, Bug Boy surrounded by an entourage of shield boys.
Those are always fun.
Why can't I have an entourage of shieldies?
I mean, you could.
No, I can't.
Why not?
There's nothing in the game that will spawn an additional impenetrable shield on me.
Well, maybe not an impenetrable shield.
Well, that's what I want. I want to be invincible. Is that so much to ask?
I think it is a bit much to ask, actually.
No. Alright. Well, fair enough then. Rapid fire and firing array are both pretty good. This will allow me to shoot or charge faster. I can then also get burst fire whenever I shoot, it's gonna be happy fun time, but the time between shootings will increase dramatically. And then this is just, you know, more damage. I'll get the firing array first. Alright. There we go.
So, you ready for 240?
No.
It's sneaking up on you.
Am I ever ready for 240? No. Was I ready for an extra punchy?
Always.
Was I?
I don't know. Probably.
You sounded so confident.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh. So, who let that happen?
Look, you're often confident. You're not always correct, but you're often confident.
No, that's true. That I'll give you. I mean, that's like what you got to do, though, right?
Is it?
Being confident is how you get people to trust you, even if you're wrong. Look at politicians. Oh God, that hurt just to say that.
How does anyone ever trust me then? Because I'm like the least confident person in the world.
See, the other way to get people to trust you is to have a history of being trustworthy and correct. Right? So that one's a built rapport. That one's a built trust where people can be like, I know that I can trust Lee because he's a legitimate businessman. Everybody else is like, I assume I can trust James because he said it so confidently.
One of these days, I'm going to win a game of Sheriff being that legitimate businessman.
It's not going to happen because I'm going to win the game by putting in so much contraband and getting you to not open the bag. That's how it works.
Well, the people just need to learn to always open your bag because you're always lying.
Right up until they open the bag and there's nothing wrong with it, they're going to be like, how did you do that? The trick to being confident is knowing when. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them,
know when to walk away, know when to run, etc.
Etc.
Twin Strike. The lower recovery, I think, means that I don't want to do it for this build, and that feels bad in my soul.
Oof. But I get it.
Evolutionary Niche is more damage reduction, which means theoretically more health for more Outrage module pew-pews. right at the precipice of disaster, aren't we?
Yeah. That's why I was asking if you were ready.
Oh, excuse me, wave 237.
Crucible?
Deathahedron.
Dang. That is relatively mean.
There he goes. I would like all of this XP, please, and thank you. Alright, excuse me, my dear man. You go that way this time. I just feel like being on this side.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't punch me, sir. That would be rude. And I don't like it. Oh, that was rude and I didn't like it. Okay. We're fine. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're just gonna chill over here.
Just chill over there?
Yeah. Just chill over here. Oh, and set him into angry mode. He's mad.
Tell me why you're mad.
Why are you so mad? This is only a game. Okay. Oh. He's already ready for next phase.
Yeah, pew pew pew.
Oh, the punch. Oh, the punch. Oh, the punch. Oh, the punch. Hooray! Alright, so I think you said we're going to have some spice in 10 waves.
I did say you were going to have a spicy 250.
Alright. Lots of angry explodey mines. Lots of angry explodey bullet people. Lots of angry explodey exploders who explode.
Yeah.
Defiance. Just more self-damage resistance. Or I can get Masochism for a lot more self-damage resistance. And it's targets take... You know, I don't hate Masochism here. Targets taking more global damage the more damaged I am, and a lot more self-damage resistance.
Yeah. It's like, sure, you take more damage, but, like, so do they.
Everyone takes more damage.
It's the mad button. You were just saying something about being mad.
Multiple ability score dependent. My
Yes.
paladin.
No.
Paladin smites a spell now.
It's one of those weird things where it's just like I honestly did think that the way the 5th edition was doing smites was dumb in general. But I don't think this is the correct way to fix it.
But now you can smite as a not paladin. You just pick up a paladin spell.
That was the saddest way. The saddest non-saucy Wave 250 followed immediately by a Dreadnought. But you see why I was him and Han. I didn't know what you were doing.
I often don't know what I'm doing either. It's understandable. Alright, but this does seem to be going reasonably well. Alright. Bug Boy and friends. Alrighty, almost at 2 million. What's the threshold for top 10 now?
You're basically at 4 million to hit your top 10.
I thought we were still in like the 3.5 zone.
Yeah, it's like 3.75 or something like that. Like it's up there.
Got him. Alright, we hit 2 million. Now to get hidden power. Call it a day. No, Blitz is pretty good here. Do I make it to Snake 3?
I think since you got well, assuming my Nostradamus wasn't right about 275, despite being him and Han about things, I think absolutely. And you got a boost. I think Snake 3 is very doable. Very reachable.
Oh. A little bonked around there, but we're fine. Ooh. Kind of did that. Not ideally, but we're fine. Also, still. You know, I'm starting to think that these guys are trying to kill me.
What?
I couldn't believe it either. They seemed so nice.
Did they?
I mean, they don't talk.
Oh.
They're just really aggressive about hugs.
Are they glomps?
Oh god, I haven't heard that term in 8,000 years.
Yeah. That old chestnut.
That old chestnut.
Raw XD.
Oh god, please.
Look, it's con season. These things are around.
I just feel like that's the same era of internet as just like lul's random.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Doop, doop, doop. bullets. Oh, so many bullets. So many. They put out everything that creates a bullet.
Yeah.
In consecutive quick waves, just like, how's he gonna deal with this one?
Consecutive normal bullets.
Yes. That is essentially what they did. I'm gonna take rapid fire. Wave 298, better late than never. We almost have a wave 300 on our hands here. Oh, and there it is. Excuse me, sir. I need you on the screen for me, please. Thank you. All right. Wave 300 down. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty okay.
All right.
That means that the end is near.
The end is near.
Oh, I gave him the angry shakes. Oh, he's so mad.
Gotta be careful.
Got him. All right. You were waiting in the wings until I stopped expecting you. I got it.
Yeah. That's how you do.
Get out of here. Go on, get.
Go on, get.
Well, I got the
Oh, he still got the
yeah,
shield.
he's still got the shield on.
I mean, to be fair, he just had to hand it off. Like, it was just like, there you go.
There we go. All right. And we're back to cruising. I will say that my propensity for screen wrapping, while I have Warp Strike, is keeping my health low, so I'm not Outrage moduling as much as I could be, but also screen wrapping keeps me safe when I do it very often, so I'm not going to change my ways. But I'm sure someone has said something about it by now. Also, how I don't always necessarily use my Warp Strike to shoot things in the most optimal way because I'm thinking more about my positioning than the bullets. I'm sure people have said stuff about that too. And if
People like to say things.
people do like to say things, and yeah, I don't discourage them from saying things, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. But there's a method to my madness. Mostly it's just madness.
Is there madness to your method?
Maybe. Oh boy. Oh, yep. I was like,
There's the madness.
this is where he comes in and gets me. He picked his opportunity. He saw my shield get low, and as soon as I saw him pop on the screen, I was just like, oh, so this is where it ends.
Yeah.
And then it did.
Well, you know, and of course, it's a Seraph.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he was waiting.
He was out to get you today.
He sure was. But at least I feel like I did this build better than I did last time.
He was pretty good.
I think that the Singular Strike Flak is more interesting visually because it makes big explosions, but this one is just, like, better. So there's that.
Again, Singular Strike is neat, but
Yeah, is neat and is fun and is cool, and it's just not always as good as other things. That's all.
Correct.
But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye-bye.